Welcome to Post Game on the Pitch. I'm Osvita Mara area. Russell Brown. How you doing, my brother?
Doing cold.
Sucker, you should have had your hat on.
I just shaved today too, so I was just leaving.
Oh, you'll understand. You got to have a beanie everywhere.
Yep.
But we're joking around. It's a happy mood. This is inaugural, I don't know what.
2022.
March the 50th season of the Sounders. But today, the Sounders put up a 5-spot against FC Motagua after second leg after 0-0. What did you see?
That explosive offense that I think a lot of people, once the signings were made, and the dangerous attack that is going to come from this squad. 5 different goals scored, 5 different goal scorers. So I think you just show that versatility and who can step up. It's people off the bench, it's people in the starting 11. They have such a solid attack, and they're a dangerous squad.
Brian Smetzer talked about it all last week, and he talked about it. I asked him the question, being goal dangerous.
Yep.
And Christian Rodan also mentioned it. This concept where they're throwing so many people up front. You like that? Is there an Achilles heel to that come Sunday maybe or not?
Well, yeah, you always get concerned with the counterattack, but I think when you have a back line that has been together, if they had new pieces back there, I think it would be different, but you have experience back there. I think Schmetzer, as he talked about, he has trust in that. So it allows you to open up the game a little bit more when you can trust your attackers, but more importantly, you trust your back line to defend if anything is to counter.
And I think he alluded this, didn't say a lot of it. What I heard was we have so much speed because Alex Rodan, right, was in the back line. You have Nuhu. I mean, that's – so if you have a lot of people up front, but they can come back and cover. And obviously Arriaga and Yaimo in the middle. Yep. So what did you think of the defensive play?
I thought it was great. Anytime you can blink a team, that's always a good thing. You can pitch your shit out. It's amazing. I don't think Steph was tested too much. I kind of even forgot he was in goal. So I think anytime you don't have to say Fry's name, it's a positive day defensively. Yeah,
and so what we really saw from the Sounders today was Smetzer said it that they had to build up to be goal dangerous. That is, this is only really their second competitive match of the season. So it takes a little bit more offensively to gel in any sport, right?
Yeah. Well, he even said, all the new players they had to add in, and Rusnik, and he pretty much said Jordan Morris was a new player that they add in because he, just got back his feet under him at the tail end of last season. So he's still kind of working his way back to being fully healthy and fully confident in everything he does and regelling with the squad, and Nico getting back to form. So there's players that have been here but are still kind of new just because they are reestablishing themselves.
And the Sounders' depth might be tested because at halftime, we saw Raul Diaz did not come out for the second half of the substitution. And you were quick to notice that. A lot of people didn't because that's your prolific score. For him to come out at halftime, as Smetzer talked about a little bit.
Yeah, and I think he said it was a hamstring, and it wasn't overly concerning. They're going to check it out, but better to take him out when anything like that's coming up. And as he said, he doesn't want to lose Raul for any portion this early on in the season. So making sure he was okay was more precautionary than anything. We'll see if he's in the starting 11 for Nashville.
Coach speaks, so we don't know. It could be, what's he going to say? Oh,
you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, he's got a third grade strain and he won't play. So, So that's probably the only kind of, concern or eyebrow raiser we saw today. Other than that, you move on, right? You win. Now you're in the round of 8, which is the quarterfinals, and you're going to play Leon, team that we went down to Vegas and saw them.
We did,
Quick thoughts?
As soon as I heard that name, I looked over at you and said, "Oh yeah, that's who we're." So it's a revenge, and Schmetzer even said he didn't go full on, let's go get them for revenge, but he more said, just giving that little bit more motivation that, hey, they did take us down to Vegas. We played well in that game. We could have won that game, shoulda, coulda, but we were this close, to getting that second goal, as he said, down in Vegas, and how that game would have changed. I think they match up very well with Leon. I think it's going to be another good game, but it's an opponent that you have at least a chip you can feed off of as you try to continue in the Champions League.
And I was surprised that he said that because I really thought he was going to say, hey, you know what, we were just worried.
That's what you usually see from him.
Yeah, it was going to be like, hey, we're worried about this game. But no, he said, no, we already started talking about it. So, okay. And moving on, lastly, Sunday, the MLS opener. What are you expecting? Anything different?
I don't know. I don't know what to expect because it is the first match. Based off this, you want an explosive, attack. You want something that's more fluid, but you over expect and you can often be disappointed. I think they have the talent. I think Nashville is not at their caliber, so you expect certain things, but I'm expecting, if I had to give a score, I would see like a 2-1 match where Nashville gets the late one, so 2 opening goals for the Sounders. So I could see something like that, but I think it'll be closer than 5-0. I can promise that.
They'll be dancing in the aisles. Take 3-0.
They got to dance in the aisles just to stay
I
warm.
know, but I'm saying it's going to be 3-0. You went 2-1, got all conservative.
I did like that Schmetzer,
defensive breakdown.
Yeah. I did like that Schmetzer said that he's not using the cola as an excuse or a boost, less than an excuse. Try to see if that was in favor of the Sounders, and not that. And he also talked about the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. So thank you, Coach, for making sure not only the match was here, but making sure the world view of what's going on in the world is more important than anything that can be played here on this pitch.
Well, that's why Brian Spencer is real special. Well brought up that he, and good coaches will do that. We see that Pete Carroll, and Mike Tomlin. Pick a great coach, right? Yep. But it's about having your players be grateful and thankful about who they are, where they are, because they have a perspective on what's going on in the bigger global picture. So.
Yeah, I think he said Rusnick's family was about 50 miles or 50 minutes, I can't remember which one, unfortunately, away from the border in Ukraine. So that's how close this hits home for the Sounders. It's a global conflict that needs to be treated like that rather than just a Ukrainian problem.
And he did say, as we that he also didn't want war, and he thought of the Russian families as well. So it wasn't so much about Ukrainian, but it was just the world, the unfortunate global thing that happens in war and the effects that it has on everybody.
99% of us feel the same way. It's just the 1%, sometimes that causes things like this.
Well, there you go. Russell Brown with your political message. I'm Masvidal Meyer. We all agree in terms of, bigger global things, but the sports gives us a moment to do that. So there we go.
Yep.
So, Sounders beat FC Motagua 5-0. They now have their opener on Sunday.
Cold Sunday. Was it late at night, right? 6, 7, somewhere there.
Something
I know
that.
It's late. I know we're bundling up.
I know I got to let you get out of here, and we got to go. It's a little chilly. So that's it from Post Game on the Pitch. Thanks again, Russell.
Yep, of course.
I'm Masvidal Meyer.